You are the city of West Hollywood, California. I think you have chosen to be a community of protectors of rights, choices, and preservation. People who are more open than most to the conversation of creating a community that represents humans' rights, choices, and safety through prevention. Environmentalists that protect the lands and trees within the city. You cater to celebrities with visions of making the world a better place, starting from where you live. In many ways, you want a life that many people lived a few decades ago, living in the same houses scattered throughout the Santa Monica mountainside or apartments and single-story buildings clustered together clumsily along the Strip and Boulevard. The same conversation that talks openly closes the door quickly to a conversation of sensibility, efficiency, by organizing the West Hollywood community as an entirely walkable community in comparison to the communities that we see throughout Asia and Europe. I know this is not Asia or Europe, which slows West Hollywood's conversation immediately. So who is West Hollywood? If I were to design a hospitality community in California, West Hollywood would be one of my top choices. To me, hospitality attracts the best of what the world has to offer in line with lodging, cuisines, nightlife venues, and events. West Hollywood is pro-cannabis for 40 licensees. What about the rest of the chefs, clubs, or events that want to enjoy a piece of the cannabis culture with their patrons? Why limit potential economic growth by limiting the number of people who create economy for a city, county, state, and federal? Gambling made its way through the area before illegally. If it were not significant, it would not be researchable. Let gaming resorts come to West Hollywood to provide better hospitality services for the wealthy, the celebrities, and the travelers who want to frequent historical as well as new development venues, residences, and better ways of life. If this does not occur, desired residents will leave. New undesirable residents will come. Economies will feel the effect of seclusion. Money will stop being generated or even invested in the West Hollywood area. Infrastructure will degrade. Instead, understand the benefits that the sky has. Build into it. Understand the benefits of low rolling hills, Make them walkable. Bring the community of West Hollywood into the 21st century by looking at the urban designs of ancient cities and today's futuristic communities in the United States, Asia, and the Middle East. I have walked tree-lined roads with shops, eateries, and lodging throughout. I have spent many hours walking casino resorts. I have researched and traveled throughout a newer infrastructure city that has maintained original infrastructure that is once again flourishing as it did over 100 years ago. Because of the new infrastructure that was created across the river. From the sands rises one of the greatest cities the world has ever seen in just 30 years, with the rest of the desert ready to develop. There must be a service, an offering provided in the desert that is not being offered anywhere else in the world. I find it hard to believe that the great skyline created in the desert is the only draw that is bringing billions of international dollars to the Middle East. I love what I see in the Middle East, China, South Florida, and spots of New York City. As a native Californian, the conversation of wellness and cost of living that I'm hearing throughout California is unsettling. It is a conversation that is 40 years in the making. Each day, people lay on the streets throughout California. For what? Are they ill? Or are their dreams of living in what used to be a great state dimmed to the cost of living? Human capital in California is no longer capital, it is debt. With the inability to walk down most California streets at any time of the day, I view West Hollywood as having the potential to create a strong city whose neighboring cities are along the ocean or open to a great valley of dreamers. As West Hollywood lays across Santa Monica's mountain range, imagine if it were to build for future demand. For more information about the penthouse lifestyle, subscribe and click the bell. If you like this video, watch Beverly Hills. I will talk with you in the next video.